Hey everybody, so welcome to part 8 of the bicycle frame build. And yeah, I kind of ran into a little bit of a couple 2-3 week issue of kind of got hit with the double whammy of had to fix a broken down truck, and then we had a pipe that broke under our slab here in the garage. And so I had one that broke a year or so ago in my house underneath the concrete slab, and cost us about $1,000 to get that thing repaired. So I just decided to go ahead and try to fix this one on my own, and finally got it fixed. And I'm actually making another video on that one, kind of show what I did and kind of the process, the kind of the long and short of it, I guess you can say. And so anyway, back on my days off now, I'm going to be working back on the frame. So I know the original goal was mid-October to have this thing complete, but you know, the fork portion and everything else taking a little longer with all the other things. But you know, it's always good to have some deadlines rather than just kind of ramble on, I guess, if you're wanting to get it done in a timely manner. That's one of the goals. So anyway, we're going to get right back on it. I've got my little hole saw that I ordered, and gonna get this top tube mitered. So yeah, let's jump right into it and get it going. Hey guys, so back to the kind of where I left off here, which was getting the down tube mitered and set up and ready to tack in. So got all that good, and so I'd ordered this little hole saw here and got it in. So give this a try. Should be the same 37 millimeters or 1 inch and 7/16. So give this thing a go, and I've kind of started and pre-cut my top tube here. It's basically what I cut off of it. Just move these out of the way temporarily, and so that pre-cut and ready to notch this thing out. And a couple things that I've noticed here, you know, just going off of different, you know, mine's going to be the second one from the bottom there, but all those RPM speeds are pretty low, and my little drill press, I've got it basically set at the slowest setting, which is 540 RPM. So that's just kind of what I'm having to deal with. I'm sure the 60 millimeter one for the bottom bracket was quite a bit slower than these, so just go easy with it, I guess. I got my top tube here, and I've drawn the one center line on it, and then I marked 2 spots there where the start of the bottom of the head tube and the seat tube there. So ideally, I think I probably would have been better off to leave maybe a quarter, maybe 3/8 of an inch longer on the end of the tube before I cut it, but this is where I did it, so kind of just have to live with it, and you'll see why on my second notch. But anyway, since the seat tube angle and the head tube angle are the same, you know, I'm going to switch out the hole saws, but the angle of each cut there, each notch, is going to be the same. So basically, I started with the head tube, and you know, I had marked the distance between, you know, I guess the shortest end of the cut there. So basically right where the head tube and the seat tube would intersect, and I drew 2 lines, and
So got it all, just took my measurements off the drawing and matched them up there to my hole saw, and that's, tested it a couple times and gave it a go. And this video sped up, it looks, I don't know, seemed like in real time I didn't notice that hole saw wobbling that much, but watching it here on this video, it definitely seemed like it was wobbling pretty good. But I would put this particular hole saw about on par with the Warrior hole saws that I got from Harbor Freight. This one was pretty inexpensive. I think it was maybe $7 or $8 if I remember correctly. I don't know, it's hard to say, but did alright, got the job done. Didn't really tear any of it up, so I'm okay with it, I guess. But at some point I'm gonna buy some nicer hole saws and things. So, but yeah, it did a good job. I'm okay with the fit up and everything on this one. But one thing, when I drew my two little lines there, one's going to have to be cut from the bottom end where the center line is, and the other is going to have to go from the top end, so which would be that one. So just in measuring, the original, it should be the same on both top and bottom, but it was I want to say it was 526 millimeters approximately is, I believe, right where that line was. So basically I just took the cut side and measured it up, and then you can see the little mark there that I've drawn. So it's going to end up, once it cuts through, it's going to end up in the same spot as that initial line that I had drawn. But I basically just used a level, once I had it all, set up in the little fixture, and just got it at the exact same parallel setting as the drill press that it was going through, and so that got basically my holes are in the exact same plane there. But as you can see, this one going down, this is a smaller diameter. I think it's the 28.6 for the seat tube there, and I would prefer to have on the farthest sticking out portion if it was out a little bit further. But the overall fit up of everything, all the gaps, and minimal. I haven't even filed any of the top tube. The down tube's ready to go, but the top tube there, I haven't filed any of it. Cleaned it up, but it's pretty nice. Just minimal deburring, and clean all any oil or anything out of the inside of the tube. But yeah, it's I need to still drill a couple holes in that head tube for vents, and then one in the seat tube. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. There's the little spot there where it's just a little bit of a gap where it sticks up, but I think what I'm going to do, what I kind of had wanted to do anyway, is on the seat stays, I want to weld them up more to the side portion where it kind of actually butts up into that top tube, as opposed to going with the sharp V and connecting at the back there. So I think that's what I'll do in this situation. And then this is something that's going to be an afterthought, after the whole frame's basically done. But I'm looking at the little gusset there, and I've got it pretty well mapped out. And I think what I'll do is I'll take the two pieces and just weld them together, tack them where the notch parts are that are going to be ground out there on the top and bottom. And then I can just basically a hole saw, I think it's 1.5 inches on the center, and then like a 2 3/8 in the back side there, and then I'll just kind of hand form it from there. So yeah, that's basically what I got for this week. Test fit my fork at the shop, took it up yesterday, and it's gonna be pretty close. 27.5 by 220 fits pretty well, but the 235 is gonna be a stretch. But I don't know, I'll get one mounted up before I get it painted and make sure I'm gonna be able to get what I'm gonna do. So anyway, that's it, and thanks for watching.